Good morning, it's a Friday and I try not to typically pick up the camera on a Friday, however, and also like, everything is a mess, you know, and like everything is a bit of a mess. However, something really exciting is happening and I don't want to like do it and then talk about it after. I want to like show you in the moment because I think today is the day that the wardrobes will be finished. So a little backstory, let's like pop you down somewhere whilst I chat for a mo. Okay, if we could just ignore all the washing, that'd be great. Also something really exciting happened today. Some roofers got here at like 6:30 this morning. It had to be done really early because something to do with like they were pouring something and it needed like time to set and it needed to not be like completely coming down with loads of sun. So that was exciting. I think our roof, fingers crossed, will finally be leak free, which is huge because as you guys know, every single time that it's rained, we have to get out pots and pans and like buckets. We have certain towels. Like it's just been a bit of a palaver since like November, December time. So that is huge. That is so exciting. It now just means that we need to, we had a decorator come around and they were like, actually, you can just seal up like the plasterboard and paint over it instead of needing to redo all the plasterboard, which is really exciting. So we're getting there. We are getting there. And we actually had a decorator who did a good job on painting all the rendering outside. So we think we have a decorator in our lives. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. And as part of our like renovation plans, like our renovation plans for this place are like 5 to 10 years. Like every single year it feels like there's something a bit niggly that we kind of want to sort out, like windows, rendering, like all of those things, and also like the inside stuff as well. And I guess our plan is to tackle the most used spaces first, like hence why we did the kitchen, and like maybe living spaces would be next, like downstairs. Everything is very livable in this house, but ultimately we're like, this is a home we want to be in for a very long time. And we just want it to be right and like work for us and like look how we want it to look and basically make every room look like this. This would be the dream. However, this takes time and money and budget and it's long term, it's long term. So in the next 5 to 10 years, we are very lucky to have a room at the back of our house that has all of our clothing in, which is amazing. And like from living in spaces that had really, really tiny wardrobe places, like trust me, it's not lost on me how lucky we are to have this space. Every single day I'm grateful, I appreciate it so much. And it is just such a luxury to have this space. And in the grand scheme of things, further down the line, I would love to get our carpenter Caleb, who like does all the woodwork for us, to build us incredible wardrobes. That would be amazing. He did our wardrobes back in the flat. He just does such a great job. He has such a great eye. He's brilliant. His work is so high quality and we really love using him for stuff. But we were like, budget-wise, that's going to be something that we do in, you know, future years to come. In the meantime, is there a way that we could make this room just feel like kind of how we want it for now, but obviously not blowing the budget? And you know the answer to that is IKEA. It's always IKEA. And because the walls that we would want to put a wardrobe on are like outward facing walls, like exterior walls of the property, we didn't really want to cover them up because of damp and all that kind of stuff. So we kind of wanted a bit of a open wardrobe situation, which the Elvari, I think that's what it's called, the Elvari range is exactly that. So I think it was like last weekend we made an order. It didn't take that long to arrive. This week it came. Then at the weekend, we kind of made a start on it because Mark's got some as well for like his section of the wardrobe. Ralph was very sweet and helped us get it all up the stairs. He like loves the team activity. So he was so down for that. But it's taken a bit of time. You know, like Mark's been chipping it away at it throughout the week. I think today is the day that it's finally gonna be done. So let me show you like what it looks like right now, and then you can see the transformation. If you're wondering why I'm just in like a jeans and t-shirt when you see this room, it will all make sense. So we've got some of the old rails here. I think this one we're gonna keep because sometimes we do use it for filming, but we've also got a rail in the loft that I think we're gonna take to a car boot, but we're gonna keep this one. This one is probably going to the car boot. Mark sorted out his section, like look at this, it looks so sleek. So this, he just had a rail here before, but this is like a little bit more extra space. He put a drawer in his part as well. And then let me turn it around. Whoa, yeah. So, so I normally had my rail like here, and then this was over there. Right, let me kind of come around. Like basically to even find a pair of pants is like, ooh. a little bit stressful. So this rail is also going to go to the car boot and will be a thing of the past. I think this, this like cabinet, I think we're going to move downstairs because we actually really like this. I think we're going to move this into the living room, and then the one that we've got in the living room we're going to pop on Facebook Marketplace. So there you go. That is all going to be like shifted and moved around. This unit is West Elm and we're keeping this. This is going to live over here. And then, oh my gosh, it really is a bit of a mess. This is the new wardrobe corner. So it feels like it's going to be like a similar amount of hanging space, probably a little bit more, but it just feels like it's all one place and I can be a little bit more organized with it. I did start to put a few bits up here. This is kind of going to be, I think this is going to be like the out of season rail. Let me move these down a second. This isn't particularly visually pleasing, but it kind of means that we can do 2 rails here, which is good because I can put all my tracksuits, pajama things on the bottom, and then I'm guessing this might be like tops and blazers, like out of season tops and blazers. And then here I can do coats and dresses and like trousers that I'm not wearing. There's plenty of space for shoes at the bottom and also plenty of space on top if I want to buy some boxes and stuff and put, I don't know, like any coats or big jumpers or sort of things that I'm not wearing in there. And then this section over here, I've got 2 rails. So I'm picturing this is going to be my kind of things that I'm currently wearing, like current season stuff. And then over here, I'm going to have 4 shelves. So this is for like putting some knits on and like hopefully putting all my bags. I don't know if I can fit my little jewelry box there maybe. But yeah, that is all going to go over there. And then there's also a shelf on the top as well. So I've got this big shelf on the top I can also use for storage. So just like a very good storage solution and very reasonable as well. I'm pretty sure this came to like £800, which is a lot of money, do not get me wrong, but for wardrobes, like you will know, like looking for wardrobes online, you're like, £800 is for like one wardrobe, do you know what I mean? So being able to get all of it, and also it was a little bit more expensive because Mark wanted the drawer for his bit. But yeah, my bit hasn't got any drawers in, it's just rails and shelves. And yeah, gosh, sorry, I am looking a real mess. This is me on a Friday. This is my like potato marination day. But yeah, Mark's out at the moment, but he's gonna come back and finish this off, and then we can start moving everything in. Look at this. Ooh, oh my gosh, I'm so excited.
All done. Just a 100ml short.
Mark had to basically custom this section because it was too long basically, but you did such a good job. Thank you so much.
Mismeasured the kind of that side.
Oh. You know what though? It's done. High five. It looks great. No one would ever know. And you know what? It's custom. It's custom, baby.
We've got custom wardrobes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it now.
Exactly. So now this. Whoa. Kind of needs to go over here. I'm just going to do it roughly, and then hopefully when we reconvene, oh my gosh, really, can you tell it's been a real like marination day for me today?
Both of us.
We're just marinating. It's disgusting. Then I'll make it look pretty. It just needs to all go over there so we can like tidy, and then I'm going to make it look good. I can't wait. Okay, they are in. I'm so excited. I do think, I'm going to see how the organising goes, but I do think it might just look a bit nicer with some storage boxes on those top shelves. It could be quite handy just for like out of season things. I'm thinking like, oh, I really don't need those tall Sandre boots out at the moment. So things like that, it might be quite nice just to edit it down a bit and just be able to like store things away in a safe way. But oh, I've like never seen all my clothes like this. It's so exciting. I can't believe it. It looks so freaking good. Mark did such a good job. So I've just thrown everything over here. I did start organising through this bit, and then I was like, I probably should pick up my camera to show you. I've done some short jackets up here and like thicker winter jumpers. And then down here, I thought I could have my hoodie kind of comfy pajama-y type things. And then I did just start sorting through these. I only redid this bit. And basically winter jackets, and I'm going to move these to here and then have my sort of out of season trousers next to them. I might move my might move my dungarees and my jumpsuit over to like current season. And then I've got my things in my garment bags, which I actually think some of them I might get out because I feel like I forget about them and I'm not wearing them. And actually there's probably some things that I could wear this summer. And then everything else has just been dumped here. So this is just a complete clothing dump. All of my shoes, I need to like work out where they all go. But yeah, it means that over here is completely clear. Like Mark's looks so nice and organized. Over here is completely clear. We have made a hortology order. That's where I originally got the fiddle leaf fig from and the rubber plant that have moved with us from like our old flat to here and have done really well. So I'm going to pop that like there when it comes. We've also got some, oh, I'm in my pants. Don't mind me, in my pants, it was too hot. The jeans have come off, but some curtains have gone in. These are just IKEA as well. They're actually like the perfect height. The people still haven't been back to put the radiator back on the wall. That's from where that wall was like re-rendered. So that'll be happening soon. We got a rug from IKEA. And then, yeah, over here, I'm thinking maybe like a plant or a vase or like something needs to go over here. It just looks a bit plain. Maybe something for the wall, actually. There is a nail in that wall. Oh yeah, maybe there's a print upstairs that we could pop there. I'll have a little look, move some things around. And we are going to get a chicer dehumidifier because this one is a bit non-aesthetically pleasing. We've actually got one in our bedroom at the moment that is much chicer and much nicer and can kind of hide a bit more here. So I think that's going to go to the car boot sale as well. And then I've got my big mirror to take photos in. So overall, this room is just looking so... Well, I mean, I look at this and I'm like, oh, this is a Virgo's nightmare, but also a Virgo's dream because I'm like, I'm just counting down the hours till bedtime now when I can sneak away and come back in here and just have a really good evening reorganizing everything. I've got quite a few things to iron as well because I was just like throwing things up. So I've got, where was it? My dress is somewhere, like my Reformation dress is somewhere. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's so creased. I can't find it now. I don't know where anything is. Oh yeah, like this. I was like, oh, okay, we need to do some ironing and just have a really nice reorganization moment. But I am so happy with this. It's like exactly how I pictured in my head. And oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Okay, the little one is in bed. I've at least showered. It is go time. And I think I've done this section. So let me talk you through. I've just moved a few things around since I last showed you. I think I'm just going to have this section here for like my workout trainers and my slippers and then no more shoes on that bit. I've got pajamas, hoodies, like tracksuits there. And then up here are like blazers and kind of jackets. It's like a blazer jacket section. Also just an out of season like jumper section. And then here are my fancy tops. So my 16 Arlington feathered one and my jacket. So they just kind of live there. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it's like, oh, that upsets me slightly, but it means that I can get lots of clothing there and that's more important. And I think what I might do is just get some boxes that go like across here. So it all kind of looks the same. And then here I've taken my fancy dresses out of their garment bags because it actually was like crumpling up the bottom of them. This way they can just, you know, be. And also it kind of reminds me, I mean, there's not many occasions where I would wear this, but it came up in the Substack subscriber chat the other day about christenings. And I was like, oh yeah, actually I've got one of those to go to in October. And I was like, oh, you know what? I can totally wear this. Things like my Bondi Born and maxi dress are definitely something that like I could wear if I wanted, like in the summer, during the day, in the evenings. So it might just remind me to wear them a bit more often and incorporate them into my, you know, everyday outfits instead of more special occasions. And then here we've just got the wall of coats and like longer jackets. And then here we've got out of season trousers, sort of trousers I'm not really wearing too much at the moment. Once I go through all of this, whoa, there might be a few more things to move over. You can tell this is like the summer, like this feels more winter, a lot more black, feels a lot darker. This is summer me. Like there's still black in there, but there's a bit more white. And then I think I'm going to go through my shoes. And what I might do is make a pile of shoes to put on top. Because I think like in boxes on top. Because I think that could be a better way of using the space rather than like trying to crowd all of my shoes under here. And I might do the same for my jumpers for now. Like maybe put some jumpers and some boxes on top. I can't wait to go through all these bags and make it look pretty. Right, okay, let's do this. I think there's some things, like I said, there's some things here that need like sorting out whilst I'm here, but I think I'm just going to try and like organize it how I had on the rail. So having kind of trousers and skirts and shorts over here, then dresses, then tops, then jackets. I think that's going to be the way to do it. So time for a little time lapse. This could be my perfect evening right here. I'm listening to the new episode of Who Weekly. New episode, and it is 1 hour, 19 minutes long, perfect. And I'm doing like, this is just my dream. This is my dream job right here. My dream thing to do. Okay, let me talk you through where we got to. Also, if you saw Mark climb out the window, you did. You were like, what's happening there? Mark did climb out the window. He is basically, these windows always look really dirty whenever I show them in like videos or in photos and stuff. I'm like, oh, people are like, why have you got such dirty windows? But it's because when we had the rendering done, it's like flicked up. So he needs to go out there and like scrape it off. So he is doing some scraping. And I think a guttering pipe came loose. He's doing some maintenance. But I think like, look at that, look how good it looks. Okay, so I feel like this is kind of more, it's more clothing in my current season section than I previously had. But it's still not a crazy overwhelming amount, and there's like nice spacing between everything. I've got some jackets here that are a bit more like summer appropriate. I've got two cashmere jumpers, although do I just move those up there? Because like now I know where they are. I might do that. 1 second. Okay, that makes sense, because before they were a bit like squished into my other rail, whereas now I can be like, my jumpers, they're up there. So then we've got shirts, we've got t-shirts. I'm wearing my black t-shirt now, or else that would like be there. And then we've got kind of summery tops, like vests and tanks, various different like waistcoats, all those kinds of things go there. We've got my tank tops. I hang these up just so I remember that I've got them. If I put them in my drawer, this is kind of the only other drawer that has clothing bits in. And I've got my ARGHHHHH tanks, my Skims tanks, some Uniqlo like turtleneck numbers, and then I've got some like wintry bits. This is like a hat and gloves, that kind of stuff. And then I've got some summery bits. That's where I put my swimming costume. And then I've got kind of clothing maintenance things like denim spray and cashmere combs, and then also extra things to put in my bag like Compeed mints. So this is kind of the only other additional clothing I have, aside from workout gear that lives in this one and underwear that lives in this one. So everything else is up here. So I do have some t-shirts and vest tops hanging up just so I remember them. We've got the little mini dress section. Then we've got shorts and skirts, kind of still a tiny section, but that's cool. And then we've got trousers, which is basically like all my denim, all my linen trousers, my silk trousers, all just hanging up there. Definitely more denim than I had hanging in my current setup than before, but I don't know, I like went through and I was like, I kind of want to have it all here. It's all ones that I really love to wear. Oh my gosh, look at these. They're so, I'm an ironing girl now. I'm completely converted. It makes everything look so chic. I can't believe I've been missing out on it all this time. Right, and then here I've got my knitwear, which actually I think, like I mentioned, I'm going to put in a bin like on top of here, but for now it's fine. And then we've got bags. I've kind of tried to split them into like more ones that I'm wearing every day. Like these are more everyday bags for the summer. And then these are a bit more out of season, but still ones that I wear occasionally, like the Dragon Fusion one and the Celine one I wear, the Suzanne one I wear, but like they're just not as easily accessible as these ones. And then I thought that gives me a good 1, 2, 3 to put my shoes on. I'm going to see how this goes. It might work out that some of my shoes need to go into the storage bins on top. I'm just going to kind of play around here, see what happens. I don't know if I'm going to do like a double row or one row. But yeah, can you tell I'm just like living my best life right now? Actually managed to fit all my shoes down there. I've obviously got my more summer ones here onwards, and then my more like winter boots, more like wintry ones there, and then I managed to put My really, really tall, my tall boots that didn't fit anywhere else behind there because they're obviously not needed right now. And yeah, like my heels in the box, like, I don't know, I kind of managed to, I've managed to fit it all pretty much perfectly into this space. Do I need those storage bins, or is it a case of you have the storage and then you just start to fill it? And actually, this is a ridiculous amount of clothing. But like one person, I don't think I need any more clothing than this. So maybe I just leave it as is. Is there other things I could use the storage for? Maybe. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on that. I actually have just done a wash today and it is so hot that I think everything is dry already that I left hang out. So I've got a few things to hang up and then I can work out how many of these hangers I should keep down here. But yeah, oh my gosh, that is looking so satisfying. Got my little mic on so you can hear me as I walk around. The sunset is, oh my gosh, it's glorious. It's so nice. I am having the best time. Yeah, all that washing was so dry. It is boiling today. It's so hot. Right, I've got silk shirt. I think silk shirt should go in the current lineup. I mean, ideally I would, there's a few things like this. Like I want to steam it or iron it or whatever, but I don't know. I think what's the time? It's 8:20. I feel like I kind of just want to go downstairs, watch a presumed innocent, and go to bed. That can be a tomorrow night thing. I don't know, I feel like this week my outfits have been so all over the place just because, I mean, you saw what it looked like. Even just, I couldn't put washing away. It was a struggle just to like get any of that done. So this just, but like the idea of oh my gosh, I might cry. The idea of waking up tomorrow and just like walking in being like, what shall I wear today? I am so happy. I'm so happy. Babes, you did an incredible job. Thank you so much. You've literally made me the wardrobe of my dreams. Why did we just not do this earlier? I think this has really inspired us to make, like, if there's any small changes that we want to make to rooms or like a little bit of redecorating that we want to do, like I think this has really inspired us to do that. Because me and Mark are very like, we want to do we want to do the end thing, we want to do like the dream scenario, and that's just not possible to do in every single room of the house and like all the outside things we want to do. So this has been a really fun thing to do because it feels like this room is like more than finished enough for like a good 5 to 10 years. Eventually we can revisit it and we can do like the dream wardrobe scenario, but to be honest with you, like this is my dream wardrobe scenario. Like could just look at it all evening. I'd be interested to hear your feedback. If any of you have a similar system or like the same one, do you enjoy having bins on the top? Or does that just feel like a bit too much? I mean, I've managed to fit everything here so beautifully that I don't know if I need them. And I don't feel super overwhelmed by like how much is on the rail. So there you go. Oh my gosh, let me get rid of these hangers. What an absolute dream setup. What an absolute dream evening. This has been so wonderful. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. This really feels, if I could make a video like this every week, I would. It's like combining my favorite things like renovation and style and like organization and a wardrobe. I don't know. I am super happy with this. I love it. Don't mind me. I'll sign out now. I'm just going to stand here and like look at it for another 10 minutes. But I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give it a little thumbs up. I never say that, but I'm like, oh, I'll be interested. I'll be interested to know if this is like your thing as well. I would say like, oh, I'll make more of them, but I'm not going to be doing this for a while. But thank you so much for watching. Have a great week and I'll see you soon. Bye.